What's up, guys? I'm back today with another video, and what this is going to be is Motorsport Manager, which just came out on iOS, so I definitely go check it out. Now, the developer, he said the game will, in a couple weeks, will come out on Android, so just wait for that. But I'll leave the developer's Twitter in the description so you guys can go follow him. He's a pretty cool pretty cool guy, and he did hook me up with a press copy of the game, which is why I have gameplay already pre-recorded and everything, so I've been doing that the past few days. So a lot of effort was put in this video, so I do hope you enjoy, but let's get started. So pretty much what this game is so far is, like, you have a team, you get to create your own team name, your own everything. You can, like, hire different drivers, you can release different drivers, engineers, car development, sponsors, mail, which is pretty much like a Twitter thing, but it's really, really cool. Um, so it's just an overall great game. Now, I'm just going to go over, like, some of the sections on the main menu so far. Now, pretty much what the mail section is, it's like Twitter, like I said, but it's where sponsors or team members or media or fans can just talk to you on there, and they can say things like, "Oh, I'm excited to go to the race," as in, like, the fans saying that, or the media saying, "Oh, you did this good at this track," and stuff like that. Team members can say, like, "Oh, had a bad race, sorry for that, sorry I spun out, sorry I got into a crash," or something like that. And sponsors can say something like, "Oh, we're really happy to have you if you do good in the races, or good in the qualifying, or bad to have you, or not happy to have you if you do bad in the races or qualifying." Um, but it's just a ton of fun. Great game. Now, in a second here, we will be going into the racing part of the video. Now, this is really cool because it's a ton of fun, and it's just an enjoyable time. Now, this part of the race, I'm just going to talk about the race right now. I'm going to go back to the home screen for after a little bit. But pretty much, your engineer will give you, like, tell you the best setup for the track when you're qualifying, and you'll be able to qualify. There's 3 different sets of tires and different, like, ways you want your driver to drive, like acceleration or speed in the corners of the straightaways. But your engineer will give you, like, a certain setup that you should do, and you usually should do that setup, and then you can, like, test the tires on each of your drivers to see which one's better. So it's really cool that the developer implemented that. Now, I'm sorry about the gameplay. It might be a little laggy or a little, like, jumpy and stuff. That's just because I can't record in 60 frames per second, because YouTube drops it down to 30 frames per second, so no matter what I do, it's gonna look a little jumpy. But hopefully it doesn't look too bad, so you guys can still enjoy the video and the gameplay. But definitely download the game. This video will not do the game justice. It looks amazing. So definitely thank the developer in the description. He did a great job. But also, when you're in the race, your drivers can push or conserve or just stay neutral. And conserving means you're, like, going to stay back and wait for cars. Say they're in the way, you're going to wait for them to hold up on your tire durability. Now, the hard tires they have the longest lasting, like, durability, but they're slower than the soft tires. Soft tires are the fastest tires, but they don't last that long. And the wet tires are for rain and water, and if the track's very wet. Now, that's pretty cool that he implemented that. So that means, like, there's many things that you have to think about when the race is going on. Like, say your driver's pushing and he gets into an accident, and say something's broken. You're gonna have to come into the pits and, fix that, or you can have them stay out. They can always also, like, say something to you, say, "Oh, I can't get grip with the tires. Can I come in and pit?" And you can say no or yes. Usually, you should say yes, because they can't do very well with the car. But when you do that, they'll lose track position and everything. So it's just pretty much just a great game. But now I'm going to go back into talking about the main menu, because I didn't talk about everything. There's just so many things going on there. So there's 4 different series. There's, like, different tiers for the series, and there's a couple in each tier. So right now, this is the British series, which is the bottom one, the 4th tier, and the 3rd tier gets better, 2nd tier, and then the 1st tier is the best. So that's pretty cool. I don't remember how many different series there is, but there's a good amount of different series. So, as I'm talking right now, I did finish the British series, and you can move into the other series, which is the Australian series in the fourth tier, which is pretty cool. Um, Now, I'm gonna go back into talking about the main menu because I haven't gotten to all that yet. Now, for the car development, there's many things you can do. The aerodynamics, design, and manufacturing. You can hire people. You can upgrade those different sections depending on, like, say you want this, like, manufacturing to be better or you want aerodynamics to be better. It's just really cool the way he implemented everything into the game that you can upgrade and, say, hire or release people because they're not helping you, or you can get better people that are better than them. Um, you can also hire or release engineers and drivers. So your drivers are going to be good at different things. So as you start, your drivers aren't going to be that great, but you can get better drivers as they come along, and they can they always have a certain amount of time they're going to be on your team as in a contract, and they get a certain amount of money as certain amount of money like how many races or how long they're going to be on your team, or per month they get a certain amount of money. Couldn't explain that very well, but that's okay. So it's a really cool game. There's a lot to it, but it's an easy game where you can just pick up and play when you want to. It's not a game where you got to spend like hours and hours on. But when you play, it can get pretty addicting. It's a really fun game. So yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. I spent a good amount of time recording the gameplay, recording this commentary, editing it all together, and I just hope you guys enjoyed. So definitely go check out the Twitter of the developer. I'll leave his link in the description. He did a great job, and he was able to hook me up with a press copy of the game. So definitely go check him out on Twitter and say thanks for making the game. Definitely check this out on the App Store. Now I know there's going to be like 5 more minutes left of the video, so I'm just going to let the rest of it play out. This part, the race is almost over. Ended up not being able to win this race or finish on the podium. The tires were worn out, and I ended up falling back. I forget where I finished, but you guys will see in the video. Now, I may do more videos on this, I may not. I really want to, but it's going to be weird how long they are, because they're going to be long videos with the qualifying and the race, or I can just cut out the qualifying and do the race. But, anyways, after the racing, you will see qualifying for a different race. I didn't end up recording the qualifying for this race. Sorry about that. But the next race I have the qualifying for. Did pretty good in that one. So, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.